going to be making soon, okay? Today I'm going to explain to you what Reiki is while you relax and go off into sleep. So let's just get comfortable. Let's just get comfortable while I explain some things to you, okay? So, I am a Reiki level 2 practitioner, and I am working towards becoming a Reiki master level 3. So, what is Reiki? Well, first I'm going to tell you what drew me to Reiki and how it's changed my life. I do believe I've made a video like this before, but I think now that I am a level 2 and I am able to do officially distance healings, and I am starting to do them for people, taking on clients and stuff. This is not an advertisement, by the way. This is literally me telling you the videos I'm going to make and about Reiki. First, I would like to say that if you have had a video request and I do not get to it right away, I apologize. It has been hard enough for me to make these videos, but do not feel like a burden, because it is far from a burden for me. I enjoy making these videos. I enjoy helping you all sleep. Okay? So, it is not a burden. Now, I'm going to be getting a Blue Yeti microphone. I decided to go with the basic Blue Yeti instead of the Pro, because I just don't see the need for it right now. But I do see the need for omnidirectional and binaural and stereo, so this mic does not have those options. That's why I always have to speak into it like this, okay? Now, the purpose of this video, Reiki. Reiki, I'm not going to get into specifics. I'm going to try to explain it as if I was explaining it to someone who has no clue, assuming that some people do not have a clue. It is not a religion. It is considered a universal life force. I'll give you a little bit of back history on Reiki. So, there was a man named Dr. Yusi. I have a hard time pronouncing some of the names, so I'm just gonna say Yusi, Dr. Yusi. I believe he was the doctor. But he was a Christian. I believe he was a pastor or a preacher. He was a Christian, I should say. And when someone asked him a question, he did not know the answer, and it bothered him. This kind of reminds me of the story of Buddha, and if you guys ever want to hear that, then let me know. Now, me personally, I am a Christian. I just am more spiritual, and I see Reiki as a science that has not been fully universal life force, and Dr. Yusi was very disturbed when he could not answer, or bothered, I should say, when he could not answer the question that someone asked him in church. So he set out and he talked to some Buddhist monks, and they suggested that he do like a fast and a retreat into nature. And when he was up in nature, he went to the top of a mountain. He was up there for, I believe it was 28 days. I'm sorry if I don't get the story exactly right. I will redo the video if I have to. This is just to get a basic understanding. So he was up there and he was fasting, and because he did not get the answers that he was seeking from the Buddhist monks, I would assume. I believe it was for 28 days, and towards the end he was hungry, and he was like, okay, nothing's gonna happen. And as soon as he felt like nothing was gonna happen, he seen a flash of light. This flash of light is debatable whether it was lightning or just a flash of light, and he seen some symbols, and those are the sacred Reiki symbols, which you learn at level 2, and when you become a master Reiki teacher. So he seen the flash of light, and he realized some things, and he decided he was going to go down the mountain. He had hurt his foot, and he put his hand on his foot, and as he put his hand on his foot, the pain went away, and that was considered, I believe, the first miracle. When he got to the bottom of the mountain, since he was starving, he decided to go into a restaurant, and he ordered a bunch of food. The waitress and the people in the restaurant, knowing that he had been up fasting on the mountain for so long, warned him that you cannot eat a ton of food. You have to be very careful about the portions that you take in once you have is a universal life force, the energy that is in everything, and it is a type of energy that is healing. It is a Japanese word, and it has different names in other cultures: Native American, Aboriginal. I do not remember every single name, but the ones that I do, I believe that in Hinduism, it is called prana. It is a universal life force. In Hawaiian, it's called mana. In Chinese, it's called chi, which is something I actually learned when I took martial arts. We learned about the chi and the solar plexus, which is like the, some people consider them chakras and meridian centers and energy centers in your body that you can't see, which ultimately, I believe, lead to your aura. If you've heard the word aura, a color around you, and they can actually take pictures of your aura now, so that is scientific. So me as a Reiki practitioner, what do? I was trained to have this energy flow through me. I've done a lot of meditating and practicing and learning. The biggest thing is I have had to meditate and learn from my teacher some sacred things. Reiki is becoming to a point where it's almost like I don't want to say like people are using it as a way to make a lot of money, but since I had a good teacher who did not charge a lot, I can see why you have to charge, because you're taking a lot of your life, and as much as you like to help heal people, this Reiki doesn't mean that you will heal someone, but it is meant to help you heal. It is not a medical treatment. It is a alternative, holistic type thing. And basically, we do distance sessions where we meditate with you. We use sacred symbols that I will not share because some Reiki practitioners I'm just a Reiki practitioner. I practice Reiki. Okay? That's what I mean by practitioner. I practice Reiki. I am trained in it. So you lay, and as you relax, sometimes there's music and incense, or sometimes we use rocks, crystals, gemstones. Sometimes there's no music. Sometimes it just depends on the person and what they prefer. And we go through, and there's a tingling sensation that I get through my head when I was level 1, and now it goes to my hands. And it almost gets transferred, if it's being transferred to the person. I do not have any power over Reiki and what it's going to do. I believe this is a scientific thing, and a scientist that you may have heard of named Deepak Chopra. I hope I said his name right. He is a physicist, and he explains it very well, and I can get into detail if people want me to. I can make a better video, and I think maybe I will. But you have your physical and your spiritual, and it is not a religious thing. I want to stress that. It has nothing to do with religion. Maybe it's different for some people, I don't know. I've had Christians say things to me, but I am still a Christian. It does not affect me in what I am. So basically, you have energy flowing through your hands, and both people are in a meditative state, and it helps to the relaxation, and the Reiki flows through, and it goes where it needs to go, basically. Whether you call it prana, mana, chi, and many other words, like I said, many cultures, and ancient cultures, and cultures today still have a word for it. It's just not something that a lot of in the Western civilizations, like I live in the United States, it's not something that we particularly, I don't know, we have a different way of thinking, I would say. So some people accept it because they're at their wits' end and desperate to try something to make them feel better spiritually and physically. On an energetic level, your soul and your spirit exist. Energy never ceases to exist. It goes in and out of matter. And I have plenty more examples that I just can't remember off the top of my head. But what we can do is things like energy clearing, cord cutting, because let's just assume that you are believing what I'm saying if you're still listening to this video or you're curious. Reiki is can help you cut cords with people. You have these spiritual ties. I've heard Christians call them spiritual ties. In Hindu, I believe they do not like to shake hands, not just because of germs and things like that, but because you can take on someone else's energy. And you form these ties with everyone that you meet. And if they are someone that you know, like an ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriend, and they're still on your mind affecting you, no matter how much you consciously in your mind try to get rid of it, it basically what it is we go through the meditative state again. I help you through the meditative state, and we go through and we envision like a guided meditation, cutting these cords. I've had all of this done, and it really has helped me. I got this done by my teacher, and the feelings and the things that happen and that I got are undeniable for me. And I've had people who, even though they say they didn't like it or whatever, they say they felt it. I think some people can have bad experiences if they are not accepting to the idea of it. You have to believe, and you also have to be willing to accept it. You can't go in it fighting it. You can't expect to get help or to have something work if you're going to be not believing or fighting it in your mind. So cord cutting helps with relationship problems and things of that nature, like letting go of people who you no longer serve you, and you no longer serve them. It's a good way to help release that pain. And in Reiki, we do something called attunements, where we go through and clear out your energetic field, and we help to clear out any resonating or stagnant energy. So I'm going to do some videos like that, and since energy, it goes through distance and time, the only thing that exists is the present. The past already happened. The future hasn't happened yet. So the past is not the present, and the future will be the present when it comes, basically. So what exists is right now. Right now, right now, right now. And we need to clear those energies. If you're feeling like nothing else is working, it's a good thing to try. An attunement will help to clear those energies, kind of like acupuncture does it physically. It hits the meridians, and helps the blood flow better. It does it physically. So, Reiki is a universal energy, and it has other names in other cultures, and it is something that if you feel like you're just stuck, it can help you. It really helped me with situations where I was angry with people, and I was holding on to a lot of anger, resentment, hurt. I was very sad. The past, people that are no longer in my life. It really helped me with that. So now I have more time, and I have more brain power to focus on the future. Or I mean the present and the future, what I'm going to do for the future. But I try to live in the present, of course, because this is where I am and this is where I exist. But energy, this session, this YouTube video right now is going to exist once it stops. So it's like energy exists. What I'm talking about exists through time. You can also, something that helps if you are struggling with addiction, bulimia, anger issues, anything emotional, there is Reiki for that, to help you with that, and I'm going to make some videos for that for you guys, because some people are very judgmental about addiction, but in reality, we shouldn't be judging, we should be helping. We should be helping people. For me, it's not about the money. It's sometimes you have to charge because you're taking time away from your family, your job, to do this, and this is something I felt I had a calling for. But it would be really nice to make some videos to help people who have some kind of addiction or emotional trauma, to help release the stagnant energy, to help shift the energy in a new direction for addiction, to help shift the energy, and to help shift the energy in a new direction, and to get rid of any stagnant energy, to release what no longer serves you, holding on to things consciously or through energy. It can cause illness. If you are stressed and you are angry all the time, it will manifest into a physical illness, and that is being scientifically proven, and we definitely don't want that. So that's just some examples of Reiki and what kind of videos I intend to make, and if you're interested, then I hope you will check out the videos, and if it's something that you're not interested in, then I hope that you will enjoy my other videos that I make, because that's why I make them. That's why I do this, is helping, this helps me too. This makes me feel good that I can help other people. So I'm helping myself while I help others. And showing kindness and caring, which is what the ASMR community is. Reiki is very, I would say there's a lot of similarities between the two. ASMR helps people, and so does Reiki. So I hope I did an okay job of explaining it. I probably will do another video and possibly delete this one. I don't know. If anything, I hope you got relaxation out of this, because that's ultimately what I am trying to do. I also changed the name of my Instagram, and as you guys may know, if you're still paying attention, if you're still watching, I really want to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm at 680 now, I think. I changed my name because I used to be a truck driver, and I have a trucking channel where I taught videos on how to do things in truck driving that I struggled with at one point myself. But since I'm no longer truck driving right now, I changed it to something more fitting for my ASMR page and for my Reiki, and I'm also a life coach, so those are things that I do. I'll probably make some videos involving life coach, things that a life coach goes through. stories, since a lot of you like that. Scary stories. I do find some of those Reddit stories very interesting. So, my new name is going to be listed on my YouTube page and after every video. It used to be Trucker Chick SHK on Instagram. Trucker Chick SHK. But I changed it to the _ Northwoods _ Fairy. So the _ Northwoods _ Fairy. So guys, like I said, I hope you got relaxation from this, okay? If anything, you don't have to agree with what I'm saying. You don't have to believe in it. It's just becoming more and more popular. Even my psychologist that I talk to, my psychologist friend, even she said it's becoming popular and she believes in it, which is, not typical for people I found who are into psychology, as I have a bit of a background in psychology too. So anyways, I hope you found this relaxing, if anything, and I hope to be making some videos with my new microphone, hopefully this week. Blue Yeti, finally. So I'll probably not have to look to the side, because this one I have to. And I'm also going to be making some nature videos, because I really love summer and I want to appreciate that it's over. I mean, I want to appreciate it while it's still here. And I'm learning to accept where I live the winter, because it is what it is. Can't stop it, so you might as well try to make the best of it and like it, right? Summer will always be my favorite though. I'm a bit tired myself, and I think it's time that you get some sleep and I put these videos up